Pine Mesh Films have decided to show the documentary film they shot of the UK rally against child abuse in segments, to give the film a bigger audience. If you are a supporter of Pine Mesh Films' work, we would ask you to help us to continue with our fights against child abuse and for you and your family's civil liberties by donating whatever you can afford to enable us to continue giving you the hard-hitting facts. In this first segment, Bill Maloney makes his opening speech at the rally and then goes on to document the rest of the day on film. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Lily here. Sorry if my narration sounds a bit slower than normal, but Bill has been driving us all fucking mad at Pine Mesh Films, so I've had a little drop of brandy.
Give it a go.
Excuse me.
Here he comes.
Hello everybody, my name is Bill Maloney and I am a victim of child abuse, as were my 7 siblings. So you think of the abuse, whatever depths you can go to, we were there. Now I specialise in institutional child abuse. I've been talking to a few of you, and I've been doing this for quite a few years now. You know, I went into the dramatic film game to earn the big bucks and to be a filmmaker. But this came back on me when my sister was found dead in her apartment after a documentary film I shot called Sun, Sea and Satan. And in Sun, Sea and Satan, I am accusing the establishment, the institutions and the Crown of killing my sister. Now, when I was making Sun, Sea and Satan, when I was shooting this film on the island of Jersey, it's about Hope de la Garenne, where there was a massive establishment cover-up and many of the children were being killed. I don't know if you remember, they found teeth in the cellar and bits and pieces of kids lying about and victims giving statements that were ignored and are still ignored. And there was a newspaper article in the Irish World yesterday about me, and it said that I was going to commit treason. Well, if saying that I have a victim underneath your man here, if I say telling you people here in the middle of Trafalgar Square that I have a very reliable victim who is a witness on the island of Jersey who told me in detail how the Queen Mother used to play about with her. Yes, I can see you. And this is what you're all here for. You're all here for the Crown. You're all here, all you tourists, you're all here to say, what a wonderful country, we've got a wonderful Queen. Well, what you don't know is that the Queen owns the island of Jersey. The UK does not own the island of Jersey, it is the Queen. Our Queen owns the island of Jersey. It has a population of just 90,000, 9-0. Yet it has a financial industry worth £250 billion per year. She has not taken any, and I can see one of the wardens looking at me, because what I am doing here is committing treason. Now, it was up to 1998 that the only law in this country, not killing children, raping children, torturing children, no death penalty for that. But in 1998, we still had a death penalty in this country for treason. Now, treason means something as simple as this: talking bad against the royal family. Well, if we've got any police officers here, I am accusing the Queen Mother of paedophilia. And I am accusing her daughter of covering it up on her island of Jersey. And so this is a dirty country. This country is filthy because of our Queen and her mother and Mr. Lord Mountbatten, who, when he was killed, had 3 children on his boat with him. That's how high it goes. And now, another little bit of sinister story for you. The Pope, the age of sexual consent in the Pope's Vatican City up to 1 year ago, 2009, was just 12. 12. You can take a kid at 12 years of age in the Vatican City. Then, when our film, Sun, Sea and Satan was released, they put it up last year to 14. You have 800 priests, clergymen, that live in the Vatican City. Nobody else lives there or stays there. They are celibate. Now, celibacy means you don't have sex. Why do they need an age of consent if they don't have sex? And I'm very angry. I'm very angry. And then we have President Putin. When President Putin was on his election campaign, he was in a place like this, and he walked up to an 8-year-old boy, lifted his t-shirt up and kissed him on the nipple. The whole of the Ukraine said, excuse me, bollocks about the election. Why did he do it? Why did Putin kiss that child on the nipple? And what I'm trying to do here, people, is show you how high it goes. The royal family, the Pope, the Catholic Church, and he's coming over here, and I want to talk to him, but I don't think he's going to talk to me. Now, there is another outrage that is going on. We have a Down syndrome girl who has been repeatedly raped by the establishment. All you tourists, you are here to look at this establishment, the National Gallery. What nation? We have no nation. We're a dirty country. Look at it. The Royal Bank of Scotland, Canadian Pacific. This is not about this country. If you go in the National Gallery, they do an ice cream in there, and it's called a national catastrophe. That costs you £8.50. Now, from where I come from, the lower classes, I don't know anyone where I come from in South East London who could bring 2 or 4 kids up here and buy them a national catastrophe at £8.50. Do you? No, it's not right. It is not right. And we've got the bankers stealing from us. And when the bankers are stealing your money, the money that would be going to feed the poor, the taxes that would be going to the National Health Service, the taxes that would be going to help people like Holly Gregg, who's being abused by doctors, police officers, social workers, politicians. Can any members of Parliament that are here put their hand up? Just put your hand up. I want one MP. Right, my film company, Max Films, we invited over 600 members of Parliament to this UK rally against child abuse. You know how many's come, didn't ya? None, not one. That's who cares. That's who cares. And look at you tourists. You're all over here. You're all over here. You're in the middle, the centre of our democracy, and you've got people here, victims, screaming, "Stop fucking our kids! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" Now, there's some very, very brave people here, men and women. And one thing I noticed, there are an awful lot of women doing our dirty work for us, boys. I want to see the men getting involved a bit more. Like fighters against child abuse. Yes, let's hear it, the fighters against child abuse. These are fighters, these are professional boxers, cage fighters, and they're fighting. And we're not afraid of you anymore. So as I stand here under your man, someone said to me, "Bill, it's in Trafalgar Square. You can't miss it. It's a big phallic symbol with a prick fucking about with his nipple on top. You don't like it, do you, Your Majesty?" So where's the police? Because just 2 years ago, this treason that I have just committed was guilty. If I was guilty, I would be entitled to the death penalty. Now it just carries life imprisonment. So, anyway, I'm drying up in the mouth now. I'm going to let someone else take over. And if you don't see me again, not gone back to the Palace because they'll probably have me in the fucking dungeons. Love ya.
Thank you, Bill. I knew we could rely on Bill to get us off to a rousing start. I have to say, his opinions are very interesting, but they are not the opinions of everybody here. So you're going to hear a wide range of opinions, and then you can go home and you can think, well, who was telling the truth? Measure it up against what you already know inside your minds and your hearts.